Welcome back to the Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. If you've watched Shark Tank, as I have, pretty often, actually, you can't miss Mr. Daymond John. He is a regular on that program. And always entertaining. And if you watch and kind of work through that entertainment, you can learn a lot about business. And I'm delighted that we get to spend some time with him today for him to share some insights. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
Good, good. Tell us a little bit about your story. Not a whole lot of opportunity for doing that, but we know any people sitting in those chairs had a pretty amazing story to be part of that program.
My story in regards to where I started from or being part
of
the
just a little bit, kind of a panoramic overview of Daymond John.
Yeah, you know what? Earlier when rap was really starting, I was really, a big music lover, and, rap is something that, everybody says is not something you listen to, it's something you do or something you live. And as it started to grow, it started to create this own culture of, way to walk, talk, and dress. And, kids, we were frustrated because a lot of the designers that we really loved and valued, they didn't want to acknowledge the market they were selling to, whether it was inner city kids or people listening to rap or African Americans or whatever they wanted to deem was not their customer. And they came up with a concept with three other partners named FUBU, For Us, By Us, and it was about selling clothes to a culture and respecting and valuing that consumer. And I bootstrapped everything, and it was really a startup, and I went out there and begged and borrowed and leveraged my credit cards and mortgaged my home, and I didn't really have a place to get that initial capital to start the business, and it was very hard. It took me about 9 years to get to the point where anybody even acknowledged me, and that was my story. And then all of a sudden, it kind of took off, and here I am now trying to pay it forward along with Miller Lite and give people that seed capital, that $200,000 to hopefully, speed up the process that I went through and become more successful even quicker.
Yeah, and FUBU is an interesting concept because, it's a cool brand but an affordable product. That's a very difficult dichotomy, don't you think?
Yeah, we tried to emphasize quality at the same time as make it somewhat affordable and really deserve, as we try to say, we try to serve class to the mass. People appreciated it, and they became ambassadors of the product and went out there and shared that with everybody else, and it really grew and took off from there.
Tell me about your relationship with Miller Lite Tap the Future. And by the way, that's what we're going to refer to for more information, mltapthefuture.com.
Yeah, so my relationship is I'm a judge on the Miller Lite Tap the Future, the contest, and this is my third year, and I've seen it grow. And I will be hitting 6 cities in July, and we will judge a bunch of great entrepreneurs up there pitching their ideas, concepts for small businesses, and I will be one of the decision makers who will hopefully be able to give another great company $200,000. And the best part about what Miller Lite is doing is they're giving $200,000 away and not taking any of the company. That means somebody's going to get some really desperately needed startup capital to help push their business.
Yeah. And my understanding is you've got a past winner with us today.
I do. Sitting next to me are the Bellhop guys, Stephen and Cameron, and they can obviously tell you more about who they are and about their company.
Yeah. Kind of give us your elevator speech real quick.
Sure. So Bellhops is a tech-based platform for local moving help. So you can kind of think of us like Uber for moving help. The majority of Americans don't have a good solution for moving needs. It's either like you're begging friends for help or you're going to a professional moving company. And there's really nothing in between. So we wanted to, but what we do is contract great local college kids and put them onto an online platform, app-based platform where they can claim jobs to take care of people's small-scale moving needs.
By the way, what is the website for that?
It's getbellhops.com.
Yeah, I'm looking at that, and it's a pretty cool site. When did you guys get started?
We raised our seed round of funding in late 2012, so we consider 2013 our first year.
And when were you involved with the Miller Lite program?
So we were the 2014 winners of Miller Lite Tap the Future.
Very cool, very cool. What did you like about the story? Tell us what your thoughts were and what resonates with you about it, Daymond.
Oh, well, I mean, it was pretty simple. I got the concept immediately. Kids in college who need work and kids in college who need to be moved. And of course, now I think the product has grown to not only the kids but people not necessarily in college who need to be moved. And you have a bunch of college kids making money and making another income to get what they need. And you can go online and or on your app and get somebody over to your house in an hour, 2 hours. Everything resonated about it. I think that we've all had that struggle of challenging movers and questioning, if they're going to hijack us and jack the price up on us. And you got a bunch of hard-working, honest college kids right now who can make a living and who can take care of your needs, and you save money and they make a little bit of money. I mean, I get it. It's natural.
Yeah, totally cool. I think it's awesome. By the way, if you go there, getbellhops.com. Already in 120 cities. That's a pretty fast ramp-up. Talk a little bit about that, guys.
Yeah, sure. The cool thing about our company is we're a zero-asset company. So it's as long as we can scale supply in a city, everything is automated. So training bellhops is automated and online. All our operations is automated through the app. So as long as we can recruit great local college kids from reputable student organizations, we can start taking jobs on in those cities. So we decided to expand really fast.
What kind of things do you do to vet these students?
Well, first of all, they're all background checked. They also go through a really rigorous screening process. First of all, we exclusively recruit from student organizations like ROTC, club sports teams, student athletes. So they're kind of coming from already a pre-vetted pool. But past that, they go through a screening process and then a training process.
Yep. Got to wrap it up with that point. Daymond, John, any final thoughts before I let you gentlemen go?
Yeah, I mean, the final thoughts are, this is a great opportunity for everyday people to get $200,000 towards their business. MLTapthefuture.com is where they go. And you can also just go out there to see amazing businesses. You look at the bellhop guys, they just raised $6 million. And one of the other previous winners sold their company for $27 million. So, really great companies and a fun time and a good cause of $200,000 going to the winner. So it's just an all-around, great activity and a great product.
Yeah. Daymond, I appreciate your time. Daymond, John, go to MLTapthefuture.com. And bellhop guys, thanks so much for your time as well.
Hey, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, so when we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here, including this interview, will be found over there at the national news website, usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Twitter, or rather, like it on Facebook and follow it on Twitter. And this is The Price of Business.